Hi. Nice to meet whoever is watching. I have decided, for the fact that I'm getting more and more into animation, that I will start doing mini vlogs. And I have never done videos or anything like that before. But I thought it'd be a good idea to just document little bits and pieces of my day. See if I can just put myself out there a little bit more, get a little bit more involved. So my name is Charlie, and it's nice to meet you. And I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely time watching this. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm recording this now, and I have already done the dishwasher, and I have already sorted out a few other things with my rats, and I have been hanging out with my dog Scarlet all day. We're still yet to put in a proper baby gate, so making do with an old painting, but Scally's out here, and then up in here I have my little ratty girlies, which are coming to say hi. Oh, hello. I have 3 rats. This is Mulan, Rapunzel, and the other one, which has gone under here, her name is Belle. Scally's barking in the background because she wants to be in here. But my rats are approximately 9 months old now. I've had them for just under 8 months. And yeah, very friendly little guys, aren't you? Yes. Hello. Yes. Need a pet. Hello. We have this blanket up that normally sits like over the top of it, and they keep on pulling it in because they're like, I want to nest in it. It's necessary, mother. Put the Scally downstairs so that we can clean out the ratty cage. Come on. Come. Good girl. Just grabbing a bin bag so that we can go and clean out my ratty cage. We just need to do a little bit of spot cleaning today, nothing too big. So we're just gonna clean out their litter tray and then get bits and pieces out that need to be pulled out and cleaned. Okay, so I've set up my phone on the spare chair and I'm going to grab their little carrier. I need to wipe this down after they are taken out of it. But I'm gonna grab the paper towel and where did... And I just have a Pet Safe spray with me. I don't use a lot of it because I don't want to disrupt their respiratory systems. Hello. Yes, I'm Mulan. Okay, so first of all, let's pull out this excess fabric that these little girlies have managed to pull in. Hi. So there's that. Put that to the side. I'll need to refill your guys' water today. Yeah. Okay, so I'll clip the front. Hi! Here's one little ratty baby. Can I please have you, please? You'll only be in there for 2 seconds, but I kind of need you. Hey. There we go. Ready, number 2. This is Rapunzel. Hi. Yes, I know you're not happy to be in there. I apologize. Oh. Then last little baby, which will also not want to go in the carrier. Hi. Can I please... Thank you. And this is Belle. She's adorable. As are the other 2. Wait a second. There you go, Nugs. No. Okay. Watch your fingies. There we go. Fingers are safe. Okay. Really quickly, I'm just gonna bring this down so I can get the litter tray out, because I can't get it from the bottom because for some reason that's just how that goes. I have these little twisty things on the top to keep the top of the cage on. I do have another cage, but they've grown out of it, so until I get a better one, I have been using this one. Okay, so litter, and that goes in a big bin I have to the side. And then I'm just going to really quickly grab the spray and wipe. Just one spray in there, and then that, and then wiping these out. As I said, I make sure not to use too much because I don't want to upset their lungs or their heart or anything. So there's that. And then the litter was moved to the bottom drawer. So we have the litter here. I just use a paper-based recycled litter. So I'm just going to put a couple handfuls of this in here. They're not happy to be in that. I'm going to get a bigger carrier soon because they're growing out of this one. It's fine for babies, but these guys are young adults, so not the most fantastic. Also, that really hurt. Where is the cap for that? There it is. Okay. Finally, let's put this back in here. Nice and gently. There we go. Back in the corner it goes. There we go. And I see only a few bits that need to be cleaned. So I'll just grab a bit of paper towel and I'll just do a tiny bit of spot cleaning. Just pick up a few bits and pieces that need to be taken out and put in the bin. I have a paper towel at a time constantly dedicated to these little girlies, and they were only put in this cage 2 days ago, so not too much mess. 3 girls for such a big cage is a lot, so it's not really that bad. Oh, okay. Get these little tie things back down. And one of the water bottles fell, so I'll just put that back up in a second when I find the metal thing for it to go. It fell in. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Put that one to the side. You are not happy to be in there, are you? And clearly no, they're very much not happy to be in the carrier. But they'll be fine for 2 seconds. And I'll do a little bit more cleaning up of camera, but the litter tray is the easiest part. And these little girlies are mess makers. Yes, I shall let you out now. Is that what you wish? I have a box of rats. Okay, so final introductions. This is Milan. In she goes. Here you go. This is Belle. In you go. Yes, hi. And then finally, this is Rapunzel. Hi. Yes. No. They're like, you've had us out! Bring us back! Menaces. So I'm just now really quickly filling up their bottles and washing my hands off. So, wash my hands real quick first. Okay. And now we'll just fill up their bottles. So I have 220ml bottles. And I filled them both up. One thing that I learned very early on in owning rats is that you should have at least 2 different water sources, whether that's a bowl or a bottle, doesn't matter. It helps you keep track of what ones need to be filled up more frequently and which side of the cage they prefer to have them on, if they prefer bowl over bottle, and also just making sure that they all have water in case one of the bottles runs out. So it's always good to have at least 2. I'm hoping with my biggest cage, the one that I'm looking at online currently, that I can buy a 3rd one so that it's easier for me to... Paper towel did not want to come off just then. So that it's easier for me to keep track of their water and to make sure they always have some. Yeah, especially since my bedroom is currently downstairs because I'm renovating my actual one. It's a lot harder to be upstairs as often in order to take care of them as often. So most of the time I have up here is just time out, which is about an hour a day, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, depends. Depends on what I can manage. And then it also depends on if it's me or if it's somebody else feeding them that night or that morning. Because most of the time I'm not the one feeding them in the morning because I'm not up that early. And these guys... If you weren't aware, rats, I believe the right word is crepuscular. The word that I'm thinking of, it means that rats are only really active during dawn and dusk. And they can be awake other times of the day, definitely, as they are now. It's only like midday. But they prefer to be asleep or napping or doing whatever of the sort. So I try to do it as close to dawn and dusk as I can when I do feed them, just so that they have a good chance of actually getting enough food. I scatter feed, so they have plenty of chances to get food, and they're definitely not starved. These girls are fed really well, but ooh, there you go, babies. But yeah, so I got these 3 girls from a small breeder in Newcastle, and just because Sydney's always easy for me to access, but I will probably be doing that with my next set of girls, just because for their health it's better if I get more mainstream breeders, ones that are actually trusted and more reputable. Because while these girls are absolutely gorgeous, like she's licking my finger right now, while these girls are gorgeous and their personalities are so cute, one of the 3 girls that I picked out originally, because at first I only had Rapunzel and Mulan, I actually had another girl in place of Belle, and she had like this freckled pattern on her, and she died from a megacolon when she was really, really young, like 2 or 3 weeks. So there was no chance of her actually making it. So I'm really glad that I have these girls now, and that I was able to have 3 of these girls, because pretty sure there was only 6 girls in the litter, and then 1 passed. So whoever got the other 2, they got those 2. It was a litter of 12, I believe, and it was like half girls, half boys, almost exactly. But yeah, and these girls are absolutely adorable. Like, again, they're grooming me through the bars. I know. But, yeah. I would definitely recommend to other rat owners, if you can access a more reputable breeder, do so. Backyard breeding is not a good thing. While in dogs it's illegal, it's not as actually, like, pushed when it comes to rodents. Generally speaking, it's still not a good thing. Generally speaking, there is still laws against it, but it is not something that is as supervised. It's just really not good. And while these girls weren't from a backyard breeder, they were from a breeder that has only just started up. They've only been breeding for 2 litters now. These are her second litter that she's ever had. And so I have 2 standard coat girls, which are Rapunzel and Belle, but Milan, she is a silky. And while they're all from the same litter, apparently the silky line that this breeder had, it's not nearly as strong as her standard coat types, which means that out of the 3 of them, Milan has the highest likeliness to have problems in the future, or have any description of health problem, whether it comes to tumours or cancer, because that is common in female rats, or sometimes it just involves more proneness to respiratory infections. I'm lucky that I haven't had any problems with my girls yet, especially since they're already 9 months old. The fact that they're doing so well and they're halfway through their lives is really shocking. Hello, yes. And I'm very lucky to have them live this long as my first set of rats. I'm being groomed so much right now. Hi. Thank you. Kisses. I think something on my hands must smell nice because they're all licking me. Hi. Yeah, so this is Milan. You gonna come up? Here you go. And this is Belle. No, where are you going? Yeah. These are my gorgeous little ladies. Here you go, darling. Here you go. Yes, hi. They're absolutely amazing, and I never would have thought that rats would be such good pets, but I did so much research before getting these 3, and I'm so glad that I did. As far as I can tell, there hasn't been any problems other than a mild respiratory infection since I've had them, and I'm really grateful for that. Where are you go? No, you're not going on top of it again. No, that's not happening. Sorry. There you go. She's determined. She's determined to get up there. She wants to go behind it. Yes, hello, Rapunzel. Hi. And I'm sure you can all tell that I've named them after Disney princesses. In you go. Yes, I can see you having the zoomies. You're not coming out. You're not going on top of that. But yeah, I'm very glad that I got these 3 girls. But I will be going to a more reputable breeder in the future just for peace of mind. And yeah, I definitely recommend that for future rat owners. And I do not recommend going to pet stores. If you do go to a pet store, I definitely recommend actually asking them how they breed their rats, what lines they do, if they outsource breeding rats. Do that research. Ask if they actually breed for temperament or anything. It's not very likely that chain pet stores will, but family owned might be more likely to have some involvement in that. So do your research. Try your best to get rats that will be healthy, happy. Hi. Hello, baby. What you doing? Hello. What are you doing, Belle? It's Milan back there. Hi. chewing on the plastic? Oh, hi. Hello. What you doing? Hi. Oh, look at it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi. Yes. I know. They're gonna follow me around like crazy while I do this, but I just wanted to do like a quick little cage tour. So as we know, this is Belle. This is Rapunzel. So currently I have a big hut. Hello, Belle. Sorry, Mulan. Jesus, twins. I have one net, big rope that goes all the way across, tunnel, Sputnik, bowl, bottle, bottle. I have two of these little sand, like, stick perches. I have a old kid's beanie that I have modified and stuck to the top. I have a spiral rope hanging down with a little bell in the bottom, a cat scratch post, their litter tray. I have a repurposed spider bowl with, it did have some tissues in there, but they've put it elsewhere, and a little cushion. I have another rope thing, and then I have this little sugar glider thing, which is just like 3 little circles attached to each other. It's good for climbing. I have a wooden bead rope, which just goes along most of the cage. And then finally I have a little corner wooden one. Stop chewing on my phone. I do have a bedding in there. I have a, I believe it's called Carefresh or something. It's a paper-based bedding. I don't use a lot of it because I do find that it is quite dusty. So I use about 2/3 of it to 1/3 of paper, and then I use minimal amounts of that. I'm planning on getting them a bioactive cage eventually when I upgrade them. And then I have a loofah and wooden little toy here, and another woven one here. But yeah, and then I have fleece and a mat underneath everything for easy cleaning, and so that they have something soft to walk on. I just thought I'd finish up my recording from earlier today. Thank you for following along and watching this random little vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my rats. They're everything. They're adorable. They're amazing. At some point in the future, I plan on adding both animation and just other daily stuff to whatever I end up vlogging, but depends on what I get up to. So we'll see you in the future, and follow along if you'd like to.